Breaking news at noon and new video. A bear is spotted on the side of the road in Lee County. What Florida Fish and Wildlife say you need to remember. And after many lawsuits and several efforts to stop it, Naples Pride Fest is about to open to the public this weekend. We'll tell you what to expect as protesters are planning on being there. We begin with breaking news. Governor Ron DeSantis just signed 3 bills today while on a visit in Port Charlotte. The bills all designed to help Florida's 1.5 million veterans. All of these are tied to service veterans and the care that they get. One requires the Department of Veteran Affairs do a study that focuses on revising the Veteran Suicide Prevention Training Program. Another focuses on expanding veteran and spouse nursing home beds. This allows nursing facilities to designate certain beds for veterans. And the last bill adds more consumer protections for veterans, including strengthening oversight of private assistance programs, prohibiting upfront charges, and banning referral fees on veterans' benefit matters. Breaking news, Collier County deputies say a man they say had enough fentanyl to kill all of Collier County. Deputies say they found nearly 1.5 kilograms of fentanyl while serving a search warrant along 48th Street Southwest at a home. Deputies also say Dayu just was trafficking cocaine, heroin, and other drugs. Nestle is a convicted felon. And more breaking news. People driving on a busy Lee County road saw a bear this morning. Check out this video. We received it from a viewer. This comes from Daniels Parkway between State Road 82 and Gateway. It was taken just after 9 a.m. this morning. The bear is seen on the side of the road. It's unclear what happened after, but a reminder, bear mating season is now through early July. That means you're going to see them out more often. From your Collier County news team, final preparations are happening today for Naples Pride Fest. Roads are closed and Naples police are on high alert ahead of protesters expected to be at that event. A federal judge ruling that the drag show can be outside in Cambier Park. Protesters say they're concerned, saying the event exposes children to inappropriate entertainment. Gulf Coast News reporter Kennedy Mason is in Naples for us, explaining what's ahead as the LGBTQ+ community gathers.
These roads have been shut down since 1 this morning. You can expect more security at this year's Naples Pride Festival. Last year, there was more than 2,500 people, and this year, there's more people expected with several protests planned. Protest organizers we spoke to say there may be hundreds of protesters from several churches and community groups. Naples police says they're working with several law enforcement agencies and have a plan in place to keep everyone safe. If you plan to protest, you cannot block traffic, use bullhorns and speakers, and have violent or destructive behavior. Naples police says you can protest peacefully on public property like sidewalks and streets. Some drag artists we spoke to say they're confident in the security put in place.
I trust the private security that we hired. I trust the Naples police that are coming. They're all going to do their jobs.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I'm telling you, if you want to really come and see for yourself what our festival is, just come, pay the $10 and come inside. I'm telling you, after like 10 minutes, you'll be dancing and you'll forget about why you came there in the first place.
I think what they wear is inappropriate, and I think how they gyrate around, and kids, you've seen in videos past, the kids are handing dollar bills to them.
If you do plan to head near Cambier Park this weekend, Cambier Parkway at Park Street and 8th Street South will be closed until the event is over. The festival also has a clear bag policy, so no big bags or purses. The festival is tomorrow, Saturday, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. In Naples, Kennedy Mason, Gulf Coast News.
A convicted toxin trafficker is expected in federal court this afternoon. Jesse Korf is accused of having a gun and ammo as a convicted felon last month. This is after police say he held a woman hostage along Palm Tree Lane in Fort Myers, claiming to have bombs. We brought you 2 connected investigations when this happened. The FBI, firefighters, and even a bomb squad investigated along Harbor Drive in North Fort Myers for chemical evidence related to Korf the day after the hostage situation. The last time Korf was in court, prosecutors asked the judge to keep Korf in jail until trial, saying he's a serious flight risk and a danger to the community. Korf is expected to be in court at 1:45 this afternoon. Gulf Coast News will bring you the latest updates from the courtroom. And prior to Korf's most recent arrest, he was convicted in a separate case back in 2014 for selling illegal poisons on the dark web in an international murder plot. He pled guilty to federal charges, including developing and trafficking toxins, smuggling, and conspiring to murder a foreign national. Korf was sentenced to 9 years in prison. Today, a North Fort Myers man is facing vehicular homicide charges. This stems from a deadly crash on I-75 near the Daniels Parkway overpass back in April. Florida Highway Patrol says 21-year-old Dylan Sandy tried passing someone. Sandy entered the center lane on 75 at the same time as another driver. They collided. The other vehicle crashed into a concrete barrier. That threw the driver from the car. This is what the backups looked like on that day. That driver, a 24-year-old man from Lehigh Acres, died. Sandy was booked last night into the Lee County Jail.
Out the car! Get out the car!
Lee County deputies arresting a teenager in Lehigh Acres for street racing. Lee County deputies say Daniel Lobiana Chow was caught driving 104 miles an hour in a 45 zone. This was along Lee Boulevard and Ida Avenue North on Tuesday. LCSO says he was racing a Dodge Charger. Once they got him to stop, deputies said they could smell alcohol on him. Neighbors say chasing a sound is no excuse for speeding.
That was a big risk. Anything could happen. To him, that was probably nothing. But he could have ended up, being a fatal accident for himself. You could be driving back home from work and one of these kids come at 100-something miles an hour and just hit you.
Lobiana Chow is charged with street racing. From your Collier County news team now, deputies say a man was arrested for leading them on a chase and also threatened to kill nurses when they took him to the hospital. Deputies say Alexander Arnold was speeding up to 110 miles an hour on US 41. This was near Davis Boulevard around 1 a.m. on Wednesday. Deputies say they tried to stop Arnold with stop sticks. He kept going even after FHP tried to stop him with a pit maneuver.
Go to jail. No one likes a drunk driver.
If I had been anywhere near that, I would have been off the road in a heartbeat.
Well, the chase ended with Arnold pulling into a parking garage on Pine Ridge Road. Deputies say they fired pepper balls to get him out of the car. His passenger in the car, this person, Stanley Pascal, was also arrested for resisting. And Crime Stoppers needs your help finding a woman they say hit another person's car and took off. It happened Wednesday at the Walmart on San Carlos Boulevard near Summerlin Road. Crime Stoppers says she hit a parked car and left without contacting the owner, leaving damage. If you know who she is, call Crime Stoppers. Support in the Senate appears to be waning for President Donald Trump's big agenda bill that would cut taxes while spending more on the military, border security, and fossil fuels. Amy Liu is at the White House with more, as there are a few factors that are eroding support.
Disagreements between lawmakers over how much to cut spending on this bill are piling up. A new report shows that it would add trillions of dollars to the debt, while the president's former top ally Elon Musk is telling lawmakers to vote no. An analysis from the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office shows that the bill would spike deficits by $2.8 trillion over the next decade, leaving nearly 11 million people without health insurance. Meanwhile, the growing feud between the president and Elon Musk is fueling public pressure. Musk posted dozens of tweets Thursday highlighting the bill's deficit spending. Trump says Musk knew about this for months, but suddenly changed his mind about supporting it. The public feud between the two and the CBO report raising doubts about the bill's passage without significant changes.
The working men and women of this country are going to receive the biggest tax hike that they've ever had before if this bill doesn't pass.
I need a commitment to return to a reasonable pre-pandemic level of spending.
We'll cut taxes on very wealthy people and cut programs like Medicaid.
Along with Democrats, some moderate Republicans are worried that the bill is cutting too much on things like Medicaid as well as clean energy tax credits. They say they may also vote against the bill. In Washington, I'm Amy Liu.
The Senate leadership wants the bill passed in the next 3 weeks. And a heads up to anyone around FGCU tomorrow, campus police say they're going to be doing a training exercise, so they don't want anyone to be alarmed. It's happening Saturday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's a team training between FGCU police and other agencies. And looking ahead, breast cancer screenings are available tomorrow in Fort Myers for free or at a low cost. The Department of Health in Lee County will have their 3D mobile mammogram bus at their location on Michigan Avenue, which is behind Flea Masters Market. They will be there from 8 a.m. to 5 tomorrow, and there are some requirements, though. For a free screening, you need to be 40 to 64 years old, have a household income less than or equal to 200% of the poverty level, have no health insurance to cover the screening, and you are a primary Florida resident. If you want information, head to our Gulf Coast News app. Tariffs left and right. Coming up, how the tariffs on steel and aluminum are impacting you and others across the state.
And you may be a little sniffly, or maybe your throat's a little bit scratchy this weekend because we have some Saharan dust that's going to be moving in, but that's also going to be putting a cap on our rain chances. Still a few little isolated showers out there throughout the weekend. I'll time those out for you coming up in your Gulf Coast weather.